Hi, welcome back to Ogden Survival. Today I'm going to go over different things that, different foods that you might see in somebody's bag. Now, this is not a complete list. I do not have everything I'd like to show in this video, but it's just a start somewhere to figure out what kind of food or nutrition you should have in your bag. Now, a lot of people are going to go with good old classic college student cheap stuff. Ramen noodles and probably some beef jerky. Yes, great nutritional value. Yes, you can eat it on the go and eat it on the move. That is great and all. But long-term nutritional value is eventually going to fade, and if you're worried about keeping a constant stock or rotating, you don't want to keep a lot of it because it won't last very long. More of the ramen noodles. Beef jerky can last 2 or 3 years after it's been jerkified and, well, still tastes good. That's just one of the cheap methods. It's a cheap way to go about it. Another cheap way going about doing it is you'll get different canned goods like corn. For example, you got corn, you'll get your peas. I mean, that's your basic for veggies. If you want to fancy it up, maybe some corned beef hash. You got a little more, some carbohydrates in there and some meat. If you have for sweeter side of things, for more creature comforts, you pack some fruit like oranges, pineapples, pears, whatever you can get your hands on in that area. But you got the almighty classic. This ain't original Spam brand, but it's nonetheless Spam in a can. Good stuff. You also got tuna and all many other canned goods you can carry. Problem is with canned goods is that they do get heavy. They last longer than the ramen, definitely for sure. But the thing is like one can is normally 2 servings or 2.5 servings. So you're gonna eat one can pretty much for a meal. That's pretty much all you got. You know you're not gonna have a way to resave it or anything. Once when you eat it, because it's liquid, it's going to make a mess. You're not going to be carrying Ziploc bags and ruin them right away in that kind of scenario. Another big thing a lot of people do carry is good old emergency food ration bars. Normally they have a 5 to 10 year lifespan depending on what brand you go with. Mine, typically you can buy them at Walmart, 5-year life shelf. The only flavor I've been able to find is apple cinnamon. They taste okay, pretty dry. Problem is with this one, there are different sections of it. You open it up, it's good for, you can eat it in with a couple days. Or you can split that up and spare your food for 2 days. That's worst case scenario. But in room size, look, you got 2 cans right above that. It hides the packaging, but in comparison, you see how round those cans are, and see how, you can see how round it is compared to how thick it is. So for the same size of 2 cans, I can carry 2 of these and have minimum of 2 days worth of food versus 2 cans may only get me so far in the day. Another good thing to potentially think about, I don't have them, they're called survival tabs. Not great for caloric intake, but if you had those, they come in 4 different flavors, it covers all your basic nutrients you'll need. So it's like 12 tabs a day or something. So if you had 12 or 6 of those tabs, break one of these in half, you just extended your food supply a lot longer. Now the cheapest way to get your nutrients for your buck, and something you don't have to worry about, is that you don't have to worry about changing out your canned goods every so many years and eating it or anything. And this is what college students mess up the most. You can skip the ramen. You can go buy the bouillon cubes or the chicken or beef broth for this stuff. You can easily mix it in with rice and beans. Rice and beans. Right here is enough food for 4 people for 3 days. Rice and beans have roughly a 1/4 cup serving size per serving. Oh, I take that back. That's not 3 days. It's 1 day. I just got done food savoring a bunch of this stuff up. So, but for a family of 4, this is 1 day's worth of food. For a family of 4, in comparison to this brick, about the same thickness. But look at the brick. It covers one of these areas up. So in reality, the more of these you got, well, good, but this saves space. But everything comes with pros and cons. This you can eat on your go. You don't need a fire. You don't have to stop. You can keep moving. Well, this you have to sit back. You need extra water to cook. You need to spend the time to get a heat source. Or just, you can eat them plain, but it's better if you soak them in water while you're on the go. But again, it's all about the extra water. You have to carry more water for something like this for cook time. But if you're looking for a cheap starting alternative, this is the way to go. So for $40, you can buy 20 pounds of rice, 20 pounds of beans, and that's going to feed you a family of 4 for a long time. And it's really easy to prep. You just you let the beans soak in for anywhere from 1 to 2 hours, depending if they're too tough, up to 4 hours in water. Then you just heat them over a fire and boom, you have beans. Then with your rice, well, it's per cup of rice, it is 2 cups of water. So whatever amount of rice you're cooking, you double that in water, you boil it until the rice soaks up all the water and you can eat it. So for a cheap alternative, that is the way to go. So if you threw one like this in a bag, man, you're eating good because you have a lot of food. But if you're on the move, recommend something, plan ahead, and make sure you can get something that's mobile, you can eat, you don't have to stop. So if you're on a 72-hour moving standpoint from an emergency, you don't have time to cook, you're worried about people coming after you, or worried about fire giving away your position, that is the way to go. MREs are a great way, but they produce a lot of bulk and a lot more trash than other stuff. And sometimes not all the stuff is reusable. But like, let's say you take your cans. Cans are good, but wintertime, hello, if you're left your bag in your vehicle, it's going to freeze, it's going to explode, and it's going to get all over your bag. It's going to be a nasty mess when you discover it to clean up. I'm not talking from personal experience, but I'm talking from people who have left canned goods in the car thinking, oh, I'm leaving some food in my car in case I get stuck in the ditch for winter. Well, come to find out, it's negative 20 degrees. That can exploded all over their trunk. They didn't find out until a couple weeks later, and it's still negative 20 out. Yeah, they wait till spring to clean up. It stunk. But just going over different ideas for food to put in a bag and go. I'm hoping this was helpful. Please leave any comments or questions. I'll get to them as soon as I can. I hope you guys have a great day.